Welcome to
Keep
Keep
Snack.
Audibles. So, what's up, Simona Roy?
Nothing much, Lauren Jones. I'm just about to get into eating a candy bar at 10:36 a.m.
Yeah, gross. And if you didn't know, we totally did Little Debbie today. So this is just sugar on sugar on sugar.
Right.
So we'll get into it. Favorite candy bars. Like, how have we not done this yet? I have no idea, but this is a fun oddball.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, a candy bar. I'm losing my words just because how I chose favorite candy bar, because there's so many. And I think that my thought was, as soon as you said candy bar, choose your favorite, the first thing that popped in my mind was what I went with.
That's what I did too. Because technically growing up, when everyone was like, what's your favorite candy bar? Well, Ferrero Rocher is my favorite. We all know this. And so now they sell the 3-pack and it looks like a candy bar. But like as a kid, are you going to say Ferrero Rocher? No, that sounds weird.
Well, and also I don't consider that a candy bar because it is 3 individual pieces.
I know, but they do sell it like a candy bar size.
I know.
But it's too fancy for a child to say. So what I would say, which is my second favorite candy bar, but probably like my favorite candy bar growing up, was Butterfinger. But talk about mishaps with your teeth. Butterfingers is just like too much as I've gotten older with my teeth. So I am cautious when I eat them. It's just too much. So
I mean, it definitely gets stuck in the grooves of your teeth.
It gets stuck really bad. And I have a pretty smile and pretty teeth, but it's something like I'd like to keep pretty.
Right.
So have it. Yeah. So
can I say one thing about Butterfingers?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it until right now that I still associate Butterfingers with Bart Simpson.
Bart Simpson? Yeah.
Yeah. Like they really campaigned hard when we were children of like Bart Simpson doing the Butterfinger commercials.
Yeah. He killed it. Yeah.
He killed it. That little animated dude voiced by a woman.
Yeah, and I don't think he does it at all anymore. They do that at all anymore.
No, I don't even know if I've seen Butterfinger commercials. Like maybe they just don't have to advertise anymore.
I don't know, but imprinted in time, and I was a big Simpsons fan too growing up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Just want to point that out.
But mine was this, like, it was the same. It was like, okay, the first one that came to mind that like, if I really want something and I'm at the store and I have the options, because you don't see as many options anymore because everyone's trying to be up and healthy.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I see the options, what will I grab? Do you want to say yours at the same time?
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1.
Snickers.
Twix.
Good choice.
Both good choices, I think.
Yeah. And I think they're classic choices.
Classic choices. And I don't know, some of you follow me on Instagram, and yesterday I had a day. The checkout guy asked me how I was doing. I was like, do you want me to be honest with you? And he said, yes. And I said, well, I think I'm hormonal right now and I'm about to move for the 4th time in a year. So I'm going through it. And he was like, you know what? What's your favorite candy bar? And I said, I'd like a Twix. And he gave it to me for free yesterday. And I ate it immediately in the car.
What a sweet guy.
No, and this kid was like, had to have been 17 or 18. But like, way to read the room. He also said, thank you for your honesty.
That's very sweet.
I know. Woke. This kid was woke.
I think kids are getting more woke.
Yeah. Like, if that's the right way to use that term, kids, that he was woke.
Although I hate the term woke.
I hate it, but I'm just saying his age.
It reminds me of yolk, and I don't like the word yolk either.
Really?
Yeah. Woke yolk? That's not so surprising.
No.
Or did you not think that I didn't
I'm surprising that about the word yolk.
Oh, it just makes me want to vom.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah. I had a teacher that would say like, mix your mind yolk with, they was like an art teacher. She used to say this a lot. So you would have thrown up like every day in this
every day. Oh my God.
And I also taught how to paint with egg tempera, which is using yolk.
Yeah. I think it's because I look, I can handle eating yolks now as an adult, but I really didn't like eggs and yolk or any of that for most of my life.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. So yolk. And then it also makes me think of like sex ed and like embryos.
Yeah, it can go a whole nother direction.
So Vom City.
Okay. Well,
AKA
Vom City.
barf.
Well, let's go back to candy bars where that kid went. Okay, so anyway, so I'll eat part of mine first since I just like opened it. I have the snack size I've had because I ate the other one, so I had to just back up.
Well, and I'll
So
say if you've never had while Lauren's eating, if you've never had a Twix, they are chocolate coated cookies with caramel. And the caramel's on the top, the cookies on the bottom, and it's mostly cookie. And the caramel is a thin layer with a pretty like medium-sized coating of chocolate on the outside, so you definitely taste both. And it's a nice crunch when
very
you
nice crunch.
bite
A
into
very nice
it.
crunch.
And if you get a regular Twix candy bar, then it usually comes in
twos, and I think because of the size of these, the twos are a perfect size. But I also say the fun size. I bought these as backup in case I. So yes, I bought a Twix. We didn't get to do the Audible because we had all these problems the last time. So I ate that one. Then I got another one yesterday to eat it.
Okay.
But I bought these as backup in case I ate the big one that I first bought. So, but their fun size is a pretty good fun size. It's like the size of my
That's a pretty big fun size.
the size of my middle finger. It's like
wow.
Because I feel like a Snickers fun size is like a nugget.
Oh yeah,
like,
and and here's my issue with fun sizes. Okay, I'm getting into it.
Get into it.
They have different ratios for like most fun sizes have different ratios for the candy itself. Like if you get a Reese's mini cup, it is way more peanut butter, less chocolate. The ratio is off. So I don't actually like Reese's small cups. I only like the original one. And
some people are the vice versa because of the peanut butter.
Right. And then I've never even gone to like the mega ones or like the more peanut butter. You know, Reese's is always changing their ratios.
The only thing I've done with the ratios for for those is the thin ones. They are great for baking.
Oh,
I wouldn't
that
eat
makes
them
sense.
normally, but like I like to make like a cookie sometimes with Reese's in them.
Yeah.
And so I got those thin ones and for baking, and it was the perfect ratio. But like but I agree with you. The original round in the normal
And I don't like the minis that you would like get for, you know, putting in Halloween candy or whatever. And it's good that the Twix has kept the ratio. Snickers also this fun size. I don't like it. It's not enough chocolate.
It's not enough of anything.
No,
I think because
I don't
especially
like that
if you have a peanut in it, like it's so like
it's like one peanut. It's I don't.
That's what I'm saying. That's why like if a Snickers fun size was like this size, I think you would, even if it was this thin and long.
Well,
I think you would get something
I think
more.
that the Snickers fun size is like half a finger size. But the nugget ones are very popular where you're like putting them in like a Halloween candy or assorted bag. And a lot of times like that's what you have. Like if you're going into an office and they have candy on the reception desk. I mean, this is not going to happen ever after COVID, but like you could go in and it's going to be that small Snickers nugget, which is not satisfying. And Snickers is all about satisfying your hunger.
Exactly. Like those Danny DeVito commercials.
Yeah, that's like the slogan, you know? They're like, you're hungry.
So go in, eat it. Yeah. So but yeah, we already discussed, like I love a wafer. I love and so when the cookie in this, I really love like that.
Well, yeah, it's like, it's a very like, as the British would say, biscuit cookie, right?
It is. And we know, again, I love tea. Like it fits my,
profile.
It fits my profile perfectly. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can share it with a friend if you have two and they want one. Yeah. Which is nice.
Perfect.
So go, Simona, get your Snickers on.
So I love Snickers. I do, I think that a Snickers bar is like hefty. Yes, there's a lot of sugar in it, but because of the nuts and everything, like I think it does satisfy like a hunger pang. If like that's the only thing that you could get on your hand.
When I was in college, I would be like, "Ugh, I don't have a meal today. I'll eat a Snickers bar." It was one of those things. It does have some sustenance to it.
And also, I think that the Snickers, they make like ice cream bar too. Those
are. So I forgot those existed, Simona. Oh my God, I'm gonna crave it. They're so good.
They're so good. And I think also Snickers has like a signature kind of like chocolate sort of ribbon swirl on the top. It's not like a uniform thing, but you kind of, if somebody were to give this to me out of the packaging and ask me like, what is this? I'd be like, it's a Snickers. Like I know that.
And I feel like the ice cream one looks like that too.
Oh God, this is hard.
Hard Snickers. It might be because it's cold.
I kind of liked it.
So my family has a history of putting my grandpa Reuben putting candy bars in the freezer.
Okay,
So
I'm down with that.
I think the way you bit into it was as if it was colder than a normal situation.
Yeah, I mean it's really cold here in New Jersey this whole week. It's been like
And she's
20
an
degrees.
addict.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so that was delicious.
she was like dancing and grooving if you were not. And I was talking because we don't want to make you hear us chew.
Yeah.
She was living her best life eating that.
I really like a Snickers. I like the chocolate ratio,
Did
the
it satisfy you?
peanuts. Yes, and the caramel, especially it being a little harder, like it felt more substantial than like a melty Snickers. And I'm a huge fan, and you should know this, of nougat, aka British nougat. And
But she doesn't
that's
like
what
saying it that way.
no, I think it sounds stupid. That's what a Snickers is mostly made of, is their version of a nougat. It's a soft nougat. And it's really good. I like this, I found that when I was younger, and I don't mind them if there's nothing else around, but like I'd always get disappointed if like I got a Three Musketeers instead of a Snickers, you know?
Yes. I will say as I've gotten older, a Three Musketeers I like more than I used to.
Same. I wonder what that is.
I think it's because as a kid you want something substantial. Because
Yeah.
again, it's not like I grew up in a house with we are a snacking family, but my parents weren't like, here's a big Snickers bar, eat this every night. Here's a big Little Debbie, eat this every night. Like, these things were treats. So when you had the opportunity to get a treat, I feel like as a child, you're like, what is substantial? Like you understand that there's more to it. The more that's in it, the more you want it. And I feel like a Snickers has multi-layers to it. A Twix
and it
does
has
too.
so many flavors on
Where
it.
Three Musketeers is chocolate and like the nougat stuff in the center, and that's it.
Yeah, and I don't even think
and
of
it's
it
airy.
as like,
it is light and airy. It's whippy.
is it a nougat? Do they say it's a nougat, or is
I
it some
think
sort of
it's a
mousse
nougat
thing? I don't know.
It is like a mousse, but maybe it's a mousse. It is more of a mousse. I feel like it is nougat though.
It probably is made of the same stuff, but like it never really appealed to me. And now I'm like, oh, okay. But still, like, it's not, it would never be my go-to.
Honestly, a snack size of those are better than a snack size of Snickers.
Yeah, because the ratio
Three
is the
Musketeers,
same.
because the ratio is, it's fine.
I agree.
It's totally fine. I miss eating a big Snickers. Like, I feel like as you were eating it, I was thinking about how much like I kind of love a big Snickers, because I feel like most of the time if I like having candy, especially when I have a bar at my house. I usually put like Starburst and some chocolate candy and little stuff. I also do a York peppermint patty a lot, the little ones. I like having those. So like, but I would buy like a pack of this kind of stuff. Oh God, just hit the mic, and put stuff in a little mason jar on my bar. So I haven't had like a big Snickers, I feel like, in a long time. It's always been more of a fun size situation. So I was a little envious of you like going in on that.
I'm sorry.
It just looked delicious. No, it's okay. It's all right.
It's a good size. And I also should say that I'm a classic Snickers fan. I don't ever get like the other weird variations.
Stop it. It's like cereals. Like, can we just stop?
Yeah, like the almond peanut butter, the dark. Like I need classic Snickers.
I feel like
nothing.
Twix does that too. Let's stop. Let's just stop.
Again, we need to get their marketing team on the phone and be like, how much of these other dumb products are you actually selling?
Guys, I just really think that that's what they're going to say back to you. Smell. Simon. Listen.
Well, you know what? It's either I hardly ever get Simon. I always get Roy on like work emails. Roy, thank you for your email. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hello, everybody else's last name is first too. Why do you think this is my first name?
I get Laura a lot still. It's REN at the end of my name. I don't know why.
Also, like, what kind of last name is Simona? Like, that doesn't sound like a last name.
That's just them being uncultured in life and being like, oh, Roy seems like a first name.
That's
what it is. Yeah.
It's the plight of my existence. But so those are our favorite candy bars.
Candy bars. Nah. Until next time.
Keep snacking.